Are you
name for it.
just turn everything into a variant form, like variant human, which is what I did.
That's how I made my Onis, by basically combining variations of Orc and Tiefling.
Also, by the way, the stream's on.
Ah, yes. Now they know my hidden recipe for making Onis.
No, that's not how this works. Yeah. All right. Everybody
They're
gets to
magically
see.
delicious.
Everybody gets to see my background once again.
Yes.
Hey.
They all see you.
No. It's elbow.
Oh, Pepe's here.
Pepe's here. No, you say he's gonna be here late. It'll be fun if he joined now, cause this is when I'm starting it too.
Well, he's right here.
I turned dominant.
See?
This is late. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
Pepe,
but-
I just started. Yeah. That's also not a joke. All right. So last time on D&D, everyone went through their very first combat, and it went surprisingly well, though hard earned, as everyone went through. At least three people from the party went down last session, if I do believe.
Hilariously enough, mine wasn't because of combat.
Yeah, yours is because of poison, or at least that's what we like to believe. Yes. And now everyone gets to see like my whole background because OBS is well, Discord's being weird with its setup. So I'm just gonna accept that as the terms and conditions and just kind of move on. Um, actually, I am curious about something. Probably will look really bad. I just really want to try something.
Keep this way for work. Hold
Huh? Uh-oh, that was bad. No, that was really bad. I lost the whole thing entirely. Uh-oh, Sigario. That's bad. Huh? Why did you tag me there?
I know you forgot, but I didn't know which chat to put it in, so I went with the one with the name.
God damn it.
You went to a whole other group and tagged me in it. I also think I might have captured it by accident, which is not my intent. God dang it.
Pokemon, let's choose you.
So, what's going on with...
OBS is being weird.
Yeah, he's setting up the scenario.
Yeah, basically, while I'm fucking with this, just deal with the everlasting darkness.
So what's going on with Ty?
Ty?
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm Revy.
Oh. Different. Yeah, like, I was completely confused on who you meant. Tayo is, he's just unavailable for the meantime. He has yet to get back to me on that, so I'm just not gonna mess with him more times out of 10.
Ugh.
I'm just gonna let him be to his own devices. We'll talk later. Scary thing is he didn't get back to me after I tagged him, but I don't know. He could be busy. Could be at work. Don't know. But either way, you guys, just so I can move on with the game, because I don't want half this, even though most of the stream will probably be this for a while. Yeah. You guys are currently in the vault as you guys are rummaging through the supplies of the goblins, I'd say, is there anything you guys are looking for in particular while looking over their bodies slash vault? Is there anything you wish to do as an action? You guys are in, as to describe, the trove of the treasury slash trove of the Guild of Crossguard. It seems through the time you've spent here that the goblin forces broke in, but beyond like the standard like gold and weaponry, they didn't really take that much. It seems like it's kind of what you could kind of piece together at the current time. It's a very spacious room with a lot of scattered gold, because it seems as though the goblins, in their haste to, I guess, claim whatever is in the trove, they split them open, threw them against the walls, uh, just kind of scattered the gold and a lot of trinkets. And as they spilled out into the floor, a lot of their more rare objects, like objects based in mysticism, also are displayed as well. Some that you guys very much fancy. But as you guys rummage through the things of the goblins, is there anything you do or like say at this time?
I will dig into it and take something.
From the goblins or just from the trove itself?
The trove itself. And one goblin.
Yes.
Like you take the corpse of the goblin, you might want to be a little bit more specific.
Like the items, check if they have anything worth anything.
They all have like homemade goblin style scimitars and bows with very effective strings tied to them. So it's like it feels like a homemade goblin equipment, and leather armor made from hides of different animals. And I'd say the bugbear was the only one, like, kind of moving around with actual uh, good grade leather armor and gear on him.
Okay.
And even then, it's still standard. It's nothing too special what he's holding on as well. He has a whatchamacallit, a morning star and a spear. No, a javelin. Sorry, javelin. And they're all standard. Nothing to stand out about them. And I'd say, how much are you? Do you know how much you want to take, or it's just like how you want to know how much you can gain in like the 6 second span of you just kind of gathering, and like would you prefer like more copper, silver, or gold?
Silver's fine.
Okay.
Gold would be nice, but I'm not sure.
I'll let my companions handle that. I'll put away my glaive so it'll just disappear, and then I'll look around on the floor to look for blood, for like splatters of blood, to see if like the guild members were fighting here.
I'll just give this to you without any roll necessary and say that there is, from what you saw prior to entering this room from your memory, there was no signs of a struggle or combat.
Man, the guild really just dipped. Are you guys sure we're supposed to be joining these guys?
I'm not sure anymore, to be honest.
No idea. But we did have a unique experience with the syrup stuff.
Yeah,
So,
true.
speaking of Solomon, do you remember what the name of this town is?
No, I've honestly forgot. And I've been here a while too.
I feel like I woke up I woke up here, and then I showed up at the guild.
You think we should run away now while we still can and just take some of the money?
I mean, go for it. It's apparently the guild didn't think it was important enough to protect.
Should we go see what's going on outside first before we start taking stuff?
I took this hoodie. I have no idea. There's probably a whole mess out there. I'd say gear up before you go out.
I don't think I'd make it even if I geared up.
I put on the freaking pseudo armor I found. It's like, just fits the right piece.
I'll do some things in the background.
What do I
And-
find, Walker?
Yeah, you pick anything. So going back to our
you don't have
setup,
a tag name, so
technically I do, but even then, I'm not complaining. I'm just giving you grief. What it depends on what you're looking for. Again, like I stated earlier, it's a hodgepodge of different relics and items. From a matter of adventures and things kind of given to the group. This is the treasury, so it's more to hold their wealth. And this room seems to be broken into, again, like I said, intentionally. For what it seems as though you guys were sealed in. The crate that slammed against the wall slammed the vault door shut. And it seems like a pretty sealed area. And at this point, two of your allies that you've yet to see in the full combat enter the room. It's Taiho and your... Sorry, I had to scratch. It is Taiho and Sia. It is as two goblin bodies hit the ground. Hit the full ground. They also lower down some ropes as they found a way out from the roof. Do you guys wish to climb the rope through the holes in the ceiling?
Longman's
sure,
gonna wait last because he feels like he would be the heaviest out of everyone.
Wait, what's wrong with the front door?
Oh, it's locked.
It's like caved in. Remember, like
Yeah, I'll try. So would it be like a athletics or a dex?
DC 5 athletics and or strength check.
What about acrobatics?
Would have to roll higher.
How are you
since I'm heavy
acrobatically
armor.
climbing this rope?
No idea.
Yeah,
I
that
don't even know how to climb rope in general. How
They're
would I-
building they're doing the Legend of Zelda where they're trying to make themselves go high enough to where they fall backwards.
God damn it.
Well, let's see. That's a 14, so I pass.
all right. You climb up, you're fine.
Do I have to roll a higher score since I'm wearing heavy armor?
Ooh, I think.
Or would it be the same score?
Yeah. It's just DC 5 for everybody.
Alright.
Again, it's a well-made rope. It has a good grip to it, so it's not hard.
I mean, did you want anything from that bugbear?
Oh wait, forgot to add my modifier. +2. No, a 4.
Maybe the
Yes.
Morning Star.
You
What?
met the roll anyway, so you're fine.
He
But I
also,
can't
has
destroy
a,
that.
he also has a javelin. If you want to throw that at or something.
Actually, may I take the javelin?
Are you taking the Morning Star too?
I kind of cut that in half.
Okay.
Why would you cut it in half?
I would-
That wouldn't work anymore.
That's what I'm saying. What? Like, this is
That's not how-
amazing.
That's not how Morning Star works. You don't.
Okay, then explain to me how I did it.
That's not how any of this works.
Cut in half.
What are you saying?
He said he cut the Morning Star in half.
Yeah, at the base, like at the shaft.
Okay.
It doesn't. It's not a
So
Morning
you
Star
want
anymore.
a spiky ball and a hilt?
No, I was trying to grab the javelin.
What does that have to do with the Morning Star then?
Yeah.
I was saying the morning star is broken because I cut it in half.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no, no, wait. See, here's the thing. I even forgot. Like, I forgot the context. But
Oh.
yeah, when he slayed the bugbear, if you remember from last session, he declared that in killing the bugbear, he broke his weapon.
Oh, he broke
So
the.
yeah, he severed the
Oh,
weapon and then the head of the bugbear.
oh, so you're taking the javelin, right? Okay.
Yep.
I don't. I don't know.
Yeah, and just so you know, it's like the Borg Star is not like that badly damaged, but yeah, it's like you could find a means to put it back together or find a different shaft for it. And then that's my phone going off right next to the mic. Ain't that nice? Either
Oh
way,
well. I got this empty potion bottle. Adam, I'm taking the bugbear's liver.
What?
I'm gonna message Adam in the private chat.
so what you're trying to tell me here is, um, all right. So what means are you using to skin the bugbear and get his organs?
I got a dagger on me.
All right. Um, do you have?
Hey, a friend in need is a friend indeed. Solomon has experience with going up here, man. It's just gonna help him out.
I'm gonna say, do you have a medicine skill?
I did it earlier, but no. I was gonna no.
He did it to that one dead freaking dude. Remember the guy who got
I
poisoned?
do not.
That I think you're thinking of.
I'm not entirely
I
sober
think you're
from.
thinking of Wythal.
No, I was the one who did it.
Yeah, yeah, he was. He was looking at him.
Time to see if I get lucky again. I'm gonna start skinning up the bugbear.
Hold on, hold on. Is Strider letting you skin the bugbear?
No, I'm just gonna cut it up like I did before.
Now, that's what I'm trying to say. Strider's the one who declared he wanted to do the skinning and getting the liver.
I wasn't gonna skin it. I just want the liver.
Like, you gotta skin it to like get behind. Basically, you're
How
trying to
about,
get past the
this?
flesh.
We get
I just
we find a medium.
I-
Man skins it first, and then he takes the liver.
All right. I'm saying if you fuck up, you're probably gonna fuck up the liver. Do you wish to
It's
take
okay,
a
we'll
help
find more.
action from one of your team members to secure a better victory?
Well, two of them have climbed out already.
I'm offering to help.
All right.
Sure.
Who wants to actually get the liver?
Liver.
I could try, but I will not guarantee that I'll be successful.
You gonna climb back down here?
Yeah, like people who are trying to jump into this, I'm letting you know, you guys are trying to jump into something when you guys already kind of left the room. Though you're aware this is what they want to do, I'm letting you know now.
I'm just like peeking through the ceiling and listening to the conversation.
Yeah.
Like, is anyone else really skilled at butchering, or is like,
Again, it's a medicine check to secure the liver without damaging it.
anyone good at medicine? And I look at the cleric. I'm like, do you have any high chances of succeeding this? I look at the guy next to me. Is like, what about you?
No.
I just imagined this liver would be good for potions.
Well, maybe.
See,
Really?
Solomon's gonna grab one side and he's gonna just help him by holding it. So worst case scenario, we're doing just me evil style, where we're just gonna slit the belly and just pull them apart like a shrimp.
I'm just asking who's like more okay with. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I already did it once.
No, I'm just like talking to my cousin. Just because you do it once doesn't mean you can't do it. Well, we'll see. We'll see. All right. What is your medicine skill at?
Mine is one.
Like, actually, question: are you proficient in medicine before you declare this?
I am not.
All right, so you're gonna eyeball this one. Um. All right, and you're gonna be the main one attempting this, yes?
Yes.
All right, who's the main one declaring the help action? Is it you, Solomon?
Yes.
All right, cool. So, with that, roll me a medicine tech DC 20. Meet it or beat it.
I have advantage
Yes.
from my
You have
teammate.
advantage thanks to help action, yes. You only get the one attempt. If you fail, the liver is damaged. You can still get it, it's just the liver will be damaged and not in a perfect condition.
No pressure though.
I wonder how long this will last in a bottle. Oh, actually, I can close it, so.
I think we should go back for the other. Wait, did you guys take the bodies with you?
No.
I did.
I think he's
I
referring
just
to
took an item.
the bodies of the past adventuring group from the
Oh,
thing. And I'll say for the sake of reasoning that they are with your group and you guys take them with you.
I didn't forget him.
I thought you were talking about the goblins. I was like, nope.
Nah.
Because there are too many goblins to be trying to take them one at a time. Then again, you guys can do that, just not at
The
the immediate
goblins.
time. Yes. But yeah, Strider, roll on the table whenever you're ready. And if you wish to ask about any bonuses, this is the best time before you start rolling.
I'm gonna so.
There's a new command. Do backslash.
Dang it. Hold on. Actually, yeah. All right. So here's what it is like with the backslash roll d20 and stuff. Though you know what I can do right now since I am here, I'm just gonna add a new dice bot real quick. No, I'm just I'm just ignoring it for now. Let's see here. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Oh wait, it's still black screen. Oh, nope, it's up there. Display capture is weird.
Dance floor normally versus the dance floor when the cha-cha slide comes on.
Alright. Advantage. I didn't do it again.
Yeah, I hear you. Sorry, I'm just doing a quick thing real quick. Adding a new dice bot and all that. All that shenanigans. Last minute things that a person who's doing this should not be doing because it's in the middle of a stream, but I'm gonna do it regardless because at this point, I'm already 6 episodes in. The fuck ups can only get bigger. Let's see here.
Okay, total of 7.
I
What?
don't know why that.
I rolled twice.
Oh.
The highest was 7.
God damn that one though. Jesus. But yeah, 7.
Then that one I stabbed right through the liver.
It's like it's got completely obliterated during the dissection. It just turned to dust like Thanos. This is infinity thing.
I think it is. think it is. I'm gonna just double check something real quick.
Oh, it's Dice Maiden again. I remember Dice Maiden hated us.
It never hated me, as far as I'm aware of.
Alright, so here's what we're doing. It is exclamation D in the dice you're rolling.
What are
There
you
you
talking
go.
about? It gave you a 5.
Because I just rolled it. But either way.
Kristen,
Both
Kristen.
bots are available to use. Alright. With that, I think I'm just gonna probably turn back on the screen.
Oh, well, I rolled. It was a 7, so that was not enough.
Yay! Don't worry about it. It's not your fault. Don't worry about it. I'd say you have advantage,
I really
so don't worry about the nat 1 in this case. With the 7 and the DC was a 20, there were several times where you cut something hard, thinking it was like kind of locking the thing in place, and you go. A lot of it starts gushing out because this creature just died. You start going through the viscous and start pulling out pretty much anything you can find that doesn't look like a liver because you've seen it before on a human. So you go digging through. You pull out the pancreas. You pull out the testicle. You pull out the vertebrae. You pull
How
out
did
the
I get?
brain. You like at this point you've been there for at least
Liberals.
5 minutes, kind of cutting
How
through
did?
this creature, and you think you have the liver, but it was in his, but it was like in his chest. And last time you checked, the liver really isn't in the full, like all the way, like where the neck is, portion of the chest, but you're not completely certain. Bugbear biology is very much like a weird subject that you have yet to really get into. But yeah, you pull out an organ, a bugbear organ, that you think is the liver. Not really, but you presume it to be the liver.
Okay. Can I stuff? Can I stuff it in the bottle?
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna be upfront with you, because of the size of this thing. No, it would take a full sack or a backpack to contain this part. But you can grab something that also looks like a liver. That you got in the lower pelvic region of this thing, and it's small enough to fit in the bottle.
Testicles. I can
No,
make
I
an
was gonna say it was
Aphrodite.
the bladder, but sure, go ahead. You can say that.
I was gonna say if it was the testicles, I could make an aphrodisiac out of that.
You could try.
What a weird aphrodisiac. Hey, I'm a bard, and this is kind of weird to me.
You're just watching.
Yeah, like, how much do you guys actually stick around to watch for the past
I've-
5 minutes?
I just
haven't
watched the
seen
butcher.
shit. I'm in the fucking ceiling still.
I mean, you can still look down the ceiling. There's a hole right there. Oh wait, I'm taking up that space. Never mind. You don't need to see.
Exactly. I don't see shit. All I see is this person's ass in the way.
Hey Solomon. Hey Solomon. This looks like a liver, right?
Solomon, like, question: do you have medicine as a proficiency?
No, but I've skinned up enough before, so I could probably guess.
You're not proficient. So, does that look like a liver? That's up to you.
Mm. Can I roll for it?
Yeah, but your DC is. I'll be fair and say your DC is 15 to identify if that is a liver.
Well then.
You know for a fact that is not a liver. That is. It
Mm,
looks like it's a bladder.
I think you're holding like it's bladder.
Oh, let, let me grab something else.
They're just
You want
playing
me to check to see if I
fishing
see it?
down there.
Well, I'm not sure, but I think at this point it's kind of lost. I was kind of cutting around there, just trying to find something to cut.
That
I
is one.
roll a perception if I could see it.
Did you climb up?
No, I'm still down there with him.
Then you don't need to roll. You could just see it.
Okay, what's the liver at?
That thing has been cut up. Like I'll say it like this: roll me, and I'm
I'm
debating.
guessing perception. I'm looking for something. I'm not trying to.
I cut the screen up.
The dog doing.
Either way, trying to because no, it's like Ralphie's messing with a thing. I'm debating if it should be an investigation or a medicine check. I'm gonna say because you're not proficient in medicine, I'm going to say give me an impromptu medicine check.
They're both the same score. That's why I rolled it.
Whatever, I guess. Um, I didn't tell you a DC, but I guess whatever. I'm gonna go with the first one because it wasn't even advantage or disadvantage.
Wait, why did it go twice?
I don't fucking know. But I'm gonna go with the first roll. And regardless, it was gonna be a high DC of 20. Um, you don't know where the liver is, but you pull out the heart. You pull out the other lung because the other lung that he had was missing. You pull out the pancreas. You go in there, you pull out the vertebrae, the whole vertebrae, and you guys are sitting there for a whole 20 minutes. Again, like everyone else, like Greta and Z, are you just sitting there on the roof kind of watching this go down?
Yeah.
I can't really see what's going on. All I freaking see is Greta's ass at this point because she's covering the hole.
So you're just sitting there admiring, and the rest of the
I won't
group
say
is.
I wouldn't say that. But I'm just there. I can't see anything else.
Hey, it doesn't have to
Listen,
be. It
I'm not
doesn't have
gonna
to be
speak.
weird. You could just be in respect.
Nah, it's like that time when the teacher bends over to go talk to the other classmate,
Yeah.
and the ass is
It's
just
like
right in front of you.
it's basically like that. It's like, ah, god dang, I have nowhere else to look. God damn it. It's like right on the desk.
Oh my god, I don't know why they always did that.
Sure. Let's. All right. So with with Strider and Solomon, going back to your situation. Yeah, you guys are at this body for almost a full 30 minutes, and I can tell you right now, either the liver is just eviscerated at this point, or it's just not there.
Maybe don't have a liver.
Maybe the liver was us the entire time.
Wait, so we have to put you in the bottle?
Yeah, dude. You don't even. Yeah, I'm just making a joke out of character.
Regardless, almost 30 minutes have fully passed. For Strider and Solomon, who are the main ones
Okay,
driving this.
okay, I'll just take the testicles then.
All right, add bugbear testicles in a jar in your inventory.
You know.
Right.
Okay.
He's gonna be known by the community as the castrator.
I mean, that's if they find out he has it on him. They have to go through his pack and find it. Regardless, you guys go up the rope, or what else do you guys do?
Okay, I guess I'm gonna start going up the rope as he's done up the testicle because he doesn't want to see that.
All right, roll me a DC of 5, strength or athletics check.
It didn't work. Okay, so
All right, you're good.
or is it the blue number? I always
The
forget.
blue number is the total. The one in the box is the number rolled. The one in the bubble. So yeah, you're up there. You get up there in no time at all. Strider, yeah, just DC 5 check.
I'm
The
gonna
dice
go.
bot loves you.
I'm gonna go find a rag to wipe myself down first.
All right, you go to. You go to the nearest object, which is a blanket in a crate made of the most comfortable silk that you can ever imagine. And you
Ooh.
grab your grubby little hands
Oh
covered
my
in the
god.
Put it in the
viscous
bag of
of the
holding.
bugbear and just start rubbing everything on there. Yeah, you rub your face down with it a little bit just so you can get the sweat because that was a really good fight. You rub some of your wounds because it's like, oh, that's like get every inch of it. And now that clear that clean, pristine white sheet of pretty much you could fall asleep in a tundra and you would have been fine with it. You could have traveled the desert with it. That thing is now red.
You know what? I say take it.
I'll just throw it over the bugbear's body.
Throw it over the bugbear's body routine, like a routine morgue check.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, DC 5 to climb up the rope.
And an entire town is in shambles.
No, but for why?
Ah, dang it.
Strider, roll. Are you gonna roll? It's a D. It's either an exclamation point, D20 plus or whatever, or negative or whatever, or you're rolling the backslash, roll space D20. I'm not gonna get rid of Dice Maiden or Dice Praiser. I'm just letting you know that's what. Those are the two options.
Okay. 11.
You make it up there, no time flat. You guys are basically now on the ceiling that kind of bleeds off into the roof as there's like a massive gash, kind of ripping off some of the tiles, and you guys are now on the roof. And you're able to get a good scale of the scope of where the battle is in town. You see 12, counting 12 ogres, full-grown large beasts, going through and rummaging through. One of them grabs onto a civilian down below, and you see a figure. At first, you thought it was just, a very large bird. But no, it is in fact a humanoid with raven-like black wings, as it swoops down and takes a heavy slash against the ogre. And it opens up a massive wound on its gut. It drops the person and readies its weapon and takes violent swings towards the creature. But it gallantly swoops and soars around the creature like a gnat. Like gracefully dodging and soaring past its swings, and then cutting across it, dealing another heavy strike to the ogre. On the third heavy strike, the ogre falls. Two ogres approach to attempt to take down this fiend for what they have done, and then a massive hammer slams against one of the skulls of the ogre, making it kind of fall prone. The other ogre takes notice and immediately starts going to this figure. For everyone who's watching this, roll me a perception check. DC, I'd say DC 10.
I got a 15.
The other thing is the commands for your thing are also not fully coming up for some reason.
Oh,
Oh.
All right.
Brenda quit.
So everyone can see it because there's 15, 16, nat 20 on Grenda, nice, and 10. So basically everyone's met 10. You see an elven.
Oh.
You what? You good?
Yeah.
Just making sure. You see an elven figure down below, but they don't dress like a typical elf from what you've seen, as they seem to be in some form of rugged, like animal skinned type bravado, and full on catches the hammer. This elf seems to be very muscular and also yet feminine in face and tone. She grabs a mug and takes a huge swig of whatever's in it as the ogre begins to approach her. She takes a heavy swing, throwing this hammer, which with the 10 you're able to notice that it is of dwarven craft and make, and it slams against the ogre. And then the ogre returns to her. She grabs the hammer, Olympian style, does like a heavy like swing as the hammer has not been in her hands for more than a second, letting it go once again, almost just bouncing out of her hands and fling against the ogre's head, nailing it in the center mass of its head, and it bends back. The back of its head is now firmly touching its back. Snapped.
now that's a woman.
The ogre then collapses and slams down as the hammer then returns back to her hand and she finishes off her drink. The other ogres in turn are also being fought off by other various people in town, both brandishing a symbol which you can associate with Crossguard. And off to the side, you do see like a massive goblin army preparing and managing these weird looking war machines, while one figure stands out in particular, riding a massive warg mount, bigger than the last two that you faced in the trove itself. This seems to be some form of hobgoblin in masterful armor, leading his forces. But then you see a familiar goblin carrying a small trinket. You remember that he was the one that the bugbear originally gave something to and scampered off through the ceiling on a warg. The warg begins like shifting and skittering off to the side of the hobgoblin, presenting him with the item, wrapped in a way where you cannot really perceive what it is. He grabs it, inspects it, puts it away, screams something that at this distance is really hard to hear, and then all the other goblins retreat. The ogres do stay behind, only to be defeated by the guild and everyone else in town fending their businesses and homes. After that, what do you guys wish to do?
I don't know, guys, but maybe we should like find a place to hide out and rest up.
Yeah, we still kind of beat up from that.
They probably got this.
I don't know. I feel like the retreat is a little too suspicious.
Then we must use the alternative. We must go forward and then run away. It's a tactical
Leave it to the
retreat then.
crossguard.
So what is the group deciding to do?
I heard there's still sandwiches. You might want to go grab some before we leave.
So either way, you guys descend the roof, presenting the ropes and then sliding down, and then the figure with the raven rings begins to land. This person is familiar to you, for it is Wrath Gracefield, the man that was supposed to be kind of guiding you through your trials. And he, as gracefully as he can, ironically, lands on his feet and approaches you. I'm sorry I had to take a moment of pause. Are you all right?
Man, I could be better. Poison was terrible.
Stare.
You're
Are
poisoned?
people supposed to die in there?
What?
We said a bunch of things, confuse them right off the bat.
There's a lot of dead bodies in there.
Also, I hand him the cleric's body.
Oh yeah, could I have a sample of whatever was in the cauldrons?
I found this guy in there.
Either way, you present him with the
There was parts.
bodies, and he goes like, these few went missing in the trials. You found him?
Yeah.
Yeah, sadly,
They're
How?
they didn't all make it. They tapped the door to one of the trials, and we couldn't escape unless we did something for them.
Fast. Wait,
Yeah,
they...
they're all dead.
Wait, so you fought them to gain access to the to what?
No, it was basically finding out betrayal when they're already dead. So I guess you could say it's their spirits.
It just say it's an investigation. That's literally it.
I mean, they're literally dead.
And who killed... Wait, so someone killed them. Who killed them?
Their own.
That guy, the one with that killed him, the brother, like that.
But he looks like he's been dead for months.
Well, don't they all?
Yeah, he fucked up.
Okay, I'm gonna have to need some kind of report. But you all made it through all your trials. It's the only other way that you could have done it. Huh?
Then we got jumped.
Jumped
got-
by who? Oh, goblins.
Oh,
Are they still in? Are they still in there?
There's a skin body down there.
There's bodies in there.
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
definitely a lot of bodies. Also, there might be one corpse in particular that was being performed surgery on. But I wouldn't know. You didn't hear it from me.
We cannibalized each other.
Wait, and how many goblins remain in the keep?
None. They were chased off.
Really?
Unless you count that body.
We don't know. We just killed a couple before we got up here.
They ran out.
But
Yeah.
but you killed the majority, I assume.
We
Were
don't
they-
know.
Were they led by a
They're the ones
bugbear?
we found across.
There
Well,
was
yeah.
a hobgoblin.
Yes. And
Wait,
then
there was
they
a hobgoblin
cannibalized.
in the building? I've only noticed the one.
There was like
Well, the
one
bu-
hobgoblin who was like a ringleader to the rest of the goblins. One
It
of the
was- it was a-
goblins.
That was a bugbear.
It was a bugbear.
Well, yeah, but there was also the hobgoblin we saw receiving the thing from the other goblins.
Yes,
No,
I
the-
saw.
No.
Wait, that just
Yeah.
happened just a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Oh,
took
but yeah, the bugbear is
from the
the
storage.
one that got surgically removed.
Wait, so you
They
surgically removed... I am confused.
No. The goblins cannibalized it for its weakness.
Well, you guys all look battered and injured and tired. The rest of us are going to scout around to see if any of the goblins remain. The staff should be returning to the building very soon, so until then, since you all look very beaten, though still victorious. This is honestly, as a GM to players, this is actually the most upbeat you've seen Gracefield since you've met him.
Also,
So it's
also
like-
they ransacked the treasure room.
Also, is this a no to get the concoctions from the cauldron trial?
Is this a question? Like, who are you asking this question to?
I'm asking it to
She
the
was
person who's
presenting.
supervising.
She was presenting the liquids that she grabbed from the potions or from
No,
the.
I was
Or
requesting it
exposure.
consume them,
The one she was
like
drinking.
to get some.
The one that mixed. You were supposed to mix for colors.
I wouldn't know how to really make most of that stuff. I don't know what that is in that stuff. I only know that our craftsman that went missing nearly a few like years ago. He's the one who built that place, and would probably know more of what that is. I don't know if you should be drinking it since we don't refill it or anything, and I don't know if mysticism goes into making that. Um, at this point, you see like kind of like a tired look on his face, but I guess if you look like you've drank it already, he points to your chin where it's like you didn't really clean up from the last time.
Yeah,
Um,
like when I just got
Have,
waterlogged.
just have purple stuff dripping from her chin.
yes, that stuff. That's Regardless, I would still suggest you all get checked out in the medical facility. I would suggest the hospital, but it kind of got a little caved in. But we have a whole medical tent situated in the middle of town. Um,
Strider. No, I'm gonna go whisper in Strider's ear. Can we recommend him the bugbear testicle to see if that gives him energy?
Or you say this out loud, or just only to him?
I'm just whispering into his ears.
Ah, okay.
Regardless, he does look at you and he goes like, it seems as though like well, there's only two ways out, and that's if one of the administrators lets you out, which I clearly wasn't available for, and completing the trials that were there. So consider this that your trials have been completed, that and fending off the goblins. Um, Consider your trials finished, so I'd say you're officially cross guard. But you still have one last thing to finish, and that is a name.
Alcohol. Oh.
What? No, no, no. Well, yeah, celebration is indeed inevitable, but I stand near the idea that you should probably think of a name for your
Alright,
guild,
time
for
to
your
get some
team.
beer. Wait, what?
Don't worry about picking a name either. You can always change it. Nothing's that permanent.
Let's call it the purple beer. Out of all that,
Station key. I mumbled that under my breath.
All of you consider your names. At this point, you all have deserved at least a well-deserved rest and a medical checkup. As his eyes kind of go wide,
you were
and
about to say disease, weren't you?
I is not going to even suggest disease. But thank you for putting that out there, I guess. But like I said, the middle of town for the medical tents. And then his wings take flight as he flies pretty much over the town. Talk amongst yourselves as you wish.
Alright, how about the purple beer for a name? Because this one over here was drinking all that purple stuff.
Hiccups. Like a purple bubble comes out.
So we actually be alarmed about that?
I don't know.
What?
I feel great.
Mm.
See,
Well,
Y'all should have tried it.
well, might as well go to the medical tent. Although we think we got most of it out of this guy. Who knows? There might be some left.
Wasn't there a tiefling?
Tiefling?
Yeah, I remember tiefling. How many days have we been
They
in
all
there?
look the same to me.
I don't remember any NPCs being a tiefling at all.
Elf.
The person that
Tiefling.
just talked to you, Grace Wraithfield, what race do you think he
Potato,
is?
potato.
He's an elf.
Okay. What other races do you think he is?
He's a drow.
He's a
Isla?
tiefling. I described him since every session as a tiefling. Or at least visually he looks like a
Good
tiefling.
answer, Pepe.
You don't know. He could be a changeling. You never know. Could be a
No,
disguise.
Nah, that's not the same guy. That's impossible.
This is a different guy. Can't be the same.
Pepe's like,
I
nah.
don't remember you.
I remember a tiefling, but it can't be him. That's
No, the tiefling I knew had horns. You don't have horns.
You weren't horny enough.
God damn it.
he has
I remember
wings.
him being red and having big horns.
God damn it.
Either way, do you guys talk do you guys talk while you guys go to the medical tent, and what are you guys talking about if you are?
So yeah, I was talking about names, but
Solomon, what were you on about with giving him testicles?
I've heard the testicles help stimulate testosterone in people. If we
You
give
know
him,
what?
if we give him
I'm
the
going to bed.
testicles and he eats them, it could probably help him.
Just as a heads up, he is a dwarf. Just giving context to the rambling.
That's the same as telling someone to go eat a leaf. It's not gonna do
Right.
anything unless it's refined.
Mm.
I'm
So
gonna
we
go
share.
inside the tent. You can figure out what to do with that testicle.
Nah, that sounds
yourself.
like a bunch of hooey. Thank you. Tell me you need a refined beer before you drink it. Put the yeast in and drink it from there.
Are you telling me that when you mine out metal from the mountain, you just slap it on yourself? Don't you prepare it first so you can make armor out of it?
apparently he prefers his stuff raw.
I mean, depends. Are you using stone or are you using just the metal itself? I've seen people use stone armor before. It's just really heavy, but it works.
Is it more or less effective than metal armor?
It's more effective. Why do you think there's stone giants? They literally just turn themselves into stones.
I'm not sure if that's entirely how the stone giants work, but alright.
Well, I believe that a sword made out of metal tends to be sharper than one made out of stone.
It's only one way to prove this. You need to go find the stone sword.
Don't like it.
Okay.
So you guys have that interesting conversation, and then show up in a field of like pretty much in the center of town, and you see pretty much a bunch of wrecked or demolished buildings. The very few that look fine, you see smoke billowing out the windows, and people just kind of all about lying on bedrolls or little mats set up for that are a little bit off the ground, or on hay bales and stuff like that. Different people of all walks of life. You see, like the most common being human, but you do see like some gnomes, some dwarves, some people of like orcish descent, like half orcs and such. You see actually, among them, working on them, is a human with a crossbow kind of slung on their back, and just kind of with little tiny little oval glasses, not oval but little circle like glasses riding on their nose with tinted on them, with medical garb as he walks to and fro all the people, being assisted by people with looking like cleric robes, and they seem to be assisting him of all things. There seems to be kind of like, for those who are of the magical persuasion with an arcane proficiency in the group, you do notice that there is a concentration spell around the entire center of town, so you don't see a lot of rubble or damage in this area due to that. Someone is consistently casting a spell that is keeping debris and other sort of things from entering the zone.
Actually, I'm curious. Curious, Strider. When the body naturally breaks it down, does it get refined in your body?
There's I really don't know how to say this person. I'm just gonna just sit in this tent.
But if you prepare it beforehand, it's stronger off the get-go. Therefore, wouldn't it become more refined in the body if it's already refined?
Starting to see where you're getting at. So if we eat more of it, it gets stronger.
My God.
I had dig these two.
They're having a very intellectual conversation.
So to make a stronger
I'm not-
sword, you just need more swords.
What the hell?
God damn it.
Well,
I need a freaking more of Trevor. God damn it.
Overall, so yeah, you sit on one of the cots, and Grenda, what do you do during this time?
I guess I'll go try to find the tent and find somewhere to rest.
Already there.
Yeah, find somewhere to rest. Like I want to sleep, even if it's on the floor.
All right, you do have some aches and pangs as you kind of and just kind of make it a little bit audible as you begin to kind of sit down, and that doctor figure starts walking over to you. During this time, Strider and actually Strider and Solomon, you are probably like some of the least injured people in the group, or at least just really Strider and Solomon. Like,
Solomon's more injured than me. He's probably the most injured. He's been fighting.
And most
Yeah, he's the
actually,
most
people
injured.
who's currently present, maybe. I'm at 14 HP.
I'm at
No,
9.
no.
50.
It'd be
I mean, I could
Grenda.
cast the healing spell on myself, but do I want to?
Well,
It's cheaper to just fall asleep.
it's Zurich and Grenda that are the least injured because they were the most recent to be healed.
I only have a third of my health.
Anyway, I've got a bit over half of mine.
the figure doesn't say much. He asks about your current condition and such, and begins like applying medicine before you guys go to sleep. For Grenda, he just sort of puts you in some patches, and he says they'll fall off when you wake up. Same thing with you, Z. Even says that you look like signs of ill. Have you been poisoned recently? Have you drank or consumed any? Like, have you haven't had any food poisoning as of recently?
You could say that.
The drunk has.
Like, there's like the only one visible injury of a freaking warg bite, and then just me looking sickly.
Like wargs are not traditionally poisonous, and the wargs we fought are definitely not poisonous, unless they are in some case, and you're just like the one of the few unlucky bastards who came across it.
I mean, I guess the doctor would say it's lucky.
No,
Should
I'm
skin
kind
those-
of a different doctor. I'm sorry.
I should
And,
skin
and
those wargs.
well, there
I
should be
mean-
well there should be some in that pile over there as he points.
Just a
You know?
pile of dead
That's
wargs.
not bad.
Yes. Pile of wargs.
We need to make income somehow.
Yeah, there's like off in the distance behind some buildings, you do see like what seems to be lifeless bodies of the fallen enemies. Uh, but regardless, he goes like, whichever you choose, I will be over here. and then he goes to sit down and apply more medicine on Zidek. Uh, and
That,
like he
that's
gives
the
you he
ultimate.
gives you something to drink. Do you take it?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Tastes like grape.
Grape flavor. Bleh.
So I have a bacon flavored one if you prefer.
I prefer apple, but alright.
I don't have any of that on hand. I've kind of already been giving out apple commonly because that's preferred for some reason or another. Apple juice makes it go down faster for some people. But this should clear up the sickness that you feel and make it easier to get some rest. And he moves on and to Strider and Solomon. Do you guys tell them about like any ailments or anything, or do you just kind of let him apply the healing bandages and let you guys lie down and take a rest?
I know something to bring up. Okay, so I have an idea. We grab a bunch of swords, we mesh them all together, and we make a sword out of swords.
I'm going to assume you guys are part of like a team, or you guys mercenaries or something.
New recruits, I believe.
Something like that.
I'll just be
Okay.
completely unconscious for this because I am not dealing with these guys.
Yeah, he kind of does give you guys two beds alongside each other, and then kind of moves on to the next pair of people. He says that he apologizes that this is the only two beds that are within the vicinity that are kind of brand new that he could provide. All the other ones are kind of damaged and they're still or in repair. So this is the latest we could provide. And then kind of moves on to the next. Let me know if you are suffering from anything. This will be probably a long afternoon.
What a gas.
Regardless. What's up? Either way.
No, I'll look for this in the morning.
Yeah, that's fine. So you guys get your long rest. Either way, you guys get your long rest, and you wake up, still in the cots from before, and you see less people that are injured, or at least like only like a little bit less people. The rest of the people are just either exchanged or are still resting. It all depends on the age / like what damage they took. Some people actually you don't really know what medicine they applied, but you saw them in really, really bad conditions where they looked like they had damaged limbs, or some of them had bandages over their eyes, or had at one point you saw someone with a full missing limb, and now that person with a missing limb is walking around with a mechanical one. The people who had suffered like things like they had bandages over their eyes look like they didn't suffer any real damages. And you just kind of see that for out of the people.
What the fuck?
See, that's what I'm talking about. Had they not refined it beforehand, they'd just be slapping a piece of metal onto his shoulder, and that wouldn't work too well.
I think I'm starting to understand.
Oh my goodness.
So how do you refine the person?
Either way, so what do you guys do this morning after everything is concerned? Do you go back to the guild? Do you go walking about town? Do you go back to that doctor? What do you guys decide to do? At this point, the floodgates are all open. You guys can go and do whatever.
I'm gonna go look for a map, and I'm gonna see if there's any place to see what the local area is. Because you're starting to second guess during crossguard.
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna
course, of
start.
course.
I'm gonna start scrounging around the battlefield.
Fucking Luke Goblin.
Do you look for anything in particular from the goblins, like weapons or anything?
There's orcs.
What?
You said there were dead orcs.
Ogres, but yeah, there are also orcs among their
Oh.
ranks. Like full blood, like not full blood orcs, but you do see some half orcish individuals with some light goblin features to them.
Oh. I'm gonna start harvesting ogres.
Okay. What do you harvest from the ogres?
Livers and testicles.
All right, that's gonna take another medicine check, DC 20. You know what? Since you already did this once, I'll say DC 15. You have a bigger target to move around in, so there you go. This is just to cut them out. Not particularly perfect, but if you get something a 20 or higher, it'll come out cleaner.
14.
All right, so basically you just go mushing around there. And how do you go about digging out these organs?
Knife under the chest.
Under the chest? All right, so you make like a little cave system in there, like you cave in their chest a little bit and kind of make a little entrance for yourself. You go digging around. It's dark. It's very dark and it's dank and it stinks. These guys have been dead for a very long time. Their organs are probably bad at this point. That's kind of what you're kind of are discerning. And you begin to crawl out of their corpse and you just kind of like it just as a heads up, this is the next day. This isn't like a few hours. This is like you guys slept throughout the rest of the day and the night. This is the morning.
Bodies don't decompose that fast.
Yeah, it's not like they're decomposing. It just reeks of a dead corpse.
Like you left meat out there.
Oh, great. I can see
Yeah.
the dead maggots. The
Yeah.
ones that go into your body after people die.
It's more like it's just something that's dead that's been left out there for a while. It's not that it's rotted away. It's more of like it's a dead. It's literal meat being left out on the pavement that for a while, and under the
Interesting.
sun.
These maggots are fast.
On a hot
Okay.
summer day.
They spawn so fast.
The flies were already prior there. If you want to be like particular about it.
You were
No,
the corpse
maggots are hatched.
harvester.
Okay.
Regardless,
Oh,
Zed,
the organs.
Zed, what do you wish to do while that is going on?
I said wander around town, so.
All right, you go exploring around town, and again, you see a bunch of people just kind of going through the rummages of their housing. I didn't hit all that far deep in the town. I just hit pretty much the entrance and the middle and a couple of the sides. It didn't go all the way to the right or left side, so you see other people kind of providing housing for people that are like not fully fit or still recovering to just kind of rest there for a bit as the more able body of the town are pulling off like full chunks of the building that have been burnt or broken and throwing it into piles in the middle of town, and then they put it into wagons, and then they start carting them to off to specific piles like all right, well that's going on. Fascinating. While that's going on, fascinating. Yeah, there's like a pile for like shattered and gone, and then there's a section for spellcasters casting mending on certain parts and then handing it back, and then people start slapping together back their housings. Other people that are much more able-bodied are bringing in trees to apply them to housing. There are still people who need assistance in some areas. And you do kind of come across what seems to be a big marketing area, like a general store. And the guy is just like grabbing all the valuables and putting them into a pile. Like, this guy is all by himself, and he's kind of just working, and that's the thing that kind of catches your eye.
Alright. See. Alright, is it his stuff?
Hard to say, but he isn't really trying to make a mad dash or hide what he's doing. So you can assume that he has some affiliation with this place of business.
Alright, I walk over to him.
Welcome to my shop. What do you wish?
I wish nothing.
Oh, that's too bad. And he goes back to working. Next time you come back, you wish to buy something, you do so.
I don't
Okay.
even know what you have, so I can't say.
My name is Rock. Welcome to shop. Which do you wish to buy? I have weapons over here. I have potions over there that are not in broken glass. I swear no broken glass. I assure you. Also in back, we have food. We have supplies. We wish to fix building. We have tools. He pulls out of a pile like a full rug sack, like full of tools, almost like in pretty pristine condition, despite the fact that it's under a bunch of rubble, and puts it down. You now notice the size and scope and the tats of this man. This man is a full-on Goliath.
Okay. Let's see.
You wish to buy? It's like you wish to buy donkey. He goes all the way in the back and pulls out like a whole donkey. He has it on his shoulder and walks up to the front and puts it down. He's like, you buy new, you buy fresh. How much is the price?
Wait, why do you mean fresh? Are we doing
It is fresh. Do you question my dude? Question Rock's prices.
Yes.
I question your statements, but
Grinda,
My
you're with him?
statement is that I am the best. And honestly, it's not the statement. It is
No, I'm
fact.
not.
I am best salesman in town.
But I could be there. It would be funny.
oh god.
You have open access to be there unless you don't want to be. Unless you have something
No,
else you want to
fine.
try.
No, I was gonna go like get some vials and alcohol.
No,
I'll follow him.
I don't know what exactly is good, so I just browse his wares randomly. I have of seeing if there's anything of interest.
You do see throughout his wares pretty much just everything that you would see in the player's handbook, just to be full transparent. There are a few odds and ends that are common to uncommon mystical items. One being a returning boomer +1 boomerang.
Yes. Boomerang.
The other one is like a +1 shield, and there are other types. He's talking in the background. There are also things like heavy crossbows and other weapons that seem to be kind of adorning, but they seem to be lacking in the sense that this is not a weapon shop fully, but he does sell them as an odd and ends general store. He seems to specialize in survival-based equipment, so he has like rope, rations, and other accoutrements. And he does he does eye you up as like, you cleric, right? You holy man.
Yes.
Nice. But you also have the trappings of one who fights in battle, as by your armor.
Yep. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I gotta settle this scale mail. What do you want to trade for this?
I buy scale mail for a good price, but do you wish to buy?
Yes. Maybe that heavy crossbow.
The heavy crossbow? A heavy crossbow is nice, very nice. Pristine, never used. Okay, used once, but it was under the conditions of testing to see if it is in pristine condition, and thus works.
Well, since it was technically used, could it be for a discount?
It was used under the purpose of perfection. But yes, it will be sold
like
at
me
full
getting a
price.
pair. It's like me getting a pair of tweezers and saying it's okay, it's sanitary.
Sanitary.
It was clean after use.
We have to watch out for the plague, obviously.
Of course, of course, of
I
course.
don't know.
Everyone has heard about the blue plague, of course.
Could be scarlet
Everyone has
fever.
heard of the blue plague. Yes, 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 yes.
Yes. Anyway, so how much? Are you willing to trade for this scale mill for that heavy crossbow?
I like the clickies.
Uh, let me think. You wish to trade whole scale mail armor for heavy crossbow, yes?
Yeah, with some munitions. Of course, I can't go around with no ammo.
Okay, let's see. Alright, I'll cut you. It was like I'll cut you deal. I don't know. Let's see. I might cut you deal. Because a standardized crossbow of this magnitude will go for about 50 gold pieces. But for you, my friend, 45.
45. Yeah. Alright.
Alright, but let me check the conditions of the scale mail. He takes you back to pretty much like to the edge of the shop on the far right side. And he goes behind his desk. He picks up like a full rock and pushes it off to the side and then puts the rock back. It's clearly a piece of debris that has fallen from the ceiling on that side. A slab of debris in like a rock formation, but he just seems to kind of like leave it there as like a guard for his desk. He dusts it off and pretty much, and he asks you to present the scale mail.
Yes. I pull it out from I guess my backpack out, which I have. Because I'm currently wearing the adamantine armor.
Yes, it is very much used. It is very much used. Yes, yes, yes. He pulls out a little, like a little spyglass, like a little magnifier. It has been very much used. And it's got it still it has a warg tooth in it. He pulls it off and throws it. Traditionally speaking, scale mail will go for about 50 gold as well.
Mm-hmm.
But because it was used and battered, 20 gold pieces.
Alright, so that means I get. See, I have to pay 25 gold pieces now.
30.
13. Alright.
30.
30.
Do not take my accent in vain. I am very serious businessman.
Alright. Let's see. Yeah, fair enough. Comes with the ammo, yes.
Okay, that's a little bit of an accelerated process, my friend. Let's see. How much ammo do you wish to have?
At least 10.
Yeah, I know. I just never bothered. It's fine. I usually can just do this.
No, it's all audio though.
Yeah. Fascinating. Did not know that. Did not know that.
Also, you know what? You can take my light crossbow that I have. I want the heavy.
Okay,
At
okay,
least that
okay.
wasn't.
I-
At least that wasn't used.
Hey, this is new red new, not used. Not at all.
Why you no use crossbow?
I want the bigger one.
You know what? I like that. Man of class. Let's check this out. He checks it out. 20 gold pieces.
Alright, so I decreased the price from another 20. Alright, so I pay him the 10 gold for the large one.
Sold! He takes the gold pieces, he takes the light crossbow and the scale mail, minus it off your inventory. And then he goes over to the thing and like lifts it off the wall like with one hand and presents it. It is a very heavy bolter kind of thing. Now we're going to discuss ammo prices. It usually goes for 1 gold piece each. Since I like you, I will transition it to silver pieces if you would prefer. But if you go for the gold pieces regardless, I will give you 2 for the price of 1 gold piece. Actually, wait, no, that's still bad math. I'll give you 5 bolts for 1 gold piece.
Yeah, alright, sure. I toss him 2 pieces for the 10 I need.
All right, he gives you 10 bolts, crossbow bolts. And anything else you wish to get from this shop?
I turned over to Grenda's. It was like, you need anything?
I think Grenda didn't follow.
She popped in somewhere and popped out apparently.
She commented.
Yeah.
Yeah. But regardless, I'm gonna let that be your transition, and we'll come back later if anything else. Solomon, I'd say at this point you do show up at the general store, and see him, and he says, "My friend, welcome to my shop. I am Rock. This is my general store. What do you wish to buy?"
Do you have a map of the region?
What kind of map? State, region, country, biracial, travel paths, ship zones, shipping zones?
Just a. What would you consider region?
Depends. Do you wish to have the routes of the region, or wish to have just the landforms of the region?
Routes.
He goes
How
off
much
to
would that
he goes off to a
be?
shelf full of scrolls and starts looking through it. Eh. How much money you got?
3 gold.
Man.
Do you actually only have 3 gold on your person, by the way?
30.
Oh, 30? I did not hear that. And the size of the map you want is just like region, like state size,
State.
like state
State
size. All right then. 2 gold.
Do you have a? I put down the 2 gold. Do you have a brewer's kit as well?
Gonna get drunk.
A brewer's kit. Okay. Like to get drunk, I see. Okay. Also, the map he gives
What?
you is
No, I want
pristine.
tea.
Huh?
I want tea.
Oh. I made major assumption. I apologize.
We make 2 things: tea and beer. It's just that all the people who go to the surface always talk about our beer. No one talks about the extra. Don't. We're not starting the story.
No. I am sorry. I know many dwarves, and they usually prefer the harder stuff, if you understand my meaning. Also, 20 gold pieces for the brewer's kit.
So just give me the
Put down. Get them 22 gold.
That is their tea. To get drunk, my friend. See, pokes your chest, Zed, and you kind of go back like 1 feet.
I want to get drunk. Did someone say drunk?
And are you actually there, Grenda, or are you just chilling?
Yeah.
All right, at this point, Grenda
be
does
like-
enter the rummages of the shop. Just so you understand, there was no door. The whole front wall of the shop is just fully down.
It's like, don't worry, I need a bigger door anyways.
Precisely. This one knows what I do. See, I like you. You come around often. I give you good price. But yeah, the brewer's kit is 20 gold pieces if you wish to buy it.
I do buy it.
All right. He slides you the brewer's kit. Add that to your inventory.
I added it. And he slides me over the map, I believe.
Yep, it's a pristine map of the state region of this area.
Okay, we have a way to get out of here in case something goes wrong.
So, are you gonna be making alcohol?
No, I want tea.
The sigh.
I was.
Don't worry.
Continue.
Don't worry. I'm sure they probably sell alcohol somewhere around here. He probably sells alcohol.
I definitely sell alcohol in here. And he pulls a cold crate and puts it on the table. You wish for wine, hard brew, liquor brew, dragon mead. The hard
Dragon.
shit.
I'll
The
take the
hard
dragon.
shit. No. It's a bottle literally called hard shit. It's like
You know
it's not shit. It's something else.
Okay, I'll take the hard shit.
No. Hard sleet.
Sleet?
Sleet. It's from the distant.
Whatever, I
It's
think
the
that-
Isle of the Land of the Giants. It's made with salve of these weird bug-like creatures, milked, and it's used and it's brewed with the basic ingredients of most things that are usually considered what you call vodka. Yeah, that.
Ah,
It's made with traditionally both
so-
those ingredients and kind of left to brew for a while. And it is a very odd concoction, but it knocks your shit off.
How much
Again,
is
I
it?
said shit. That is a good question. How much money you have?
20.
I know you are like roll me a deception check. I'm actually curious. Because everyone else can say prices, but I know I know how much money you have. So I'm
Yeah, I have
curious.
110.
Cause like we're gonna fix the we're definitely gonna fix the character sheets in a bit because I'm gonna have to need copies anyway. But back to our discussion. Phone goes off again. So yeah, he rolled an 18. I'm gonna give him the NPC stats for this one.
Damn,
He looks at you and he goes like,
you're too sparkly.
"Do you know that rum and death should be the exact same words? I tell you what." But really, how much money you got? 20 coins and electrum, I bet. But gold, I know you have more. I'll cut you a break. This whole brew. Actually, let me double check something real quick.
How about you suck my nuts?
It's like, dude, I'm like fucking whatever. Oh, that's fascinating. I'll cut you break. This brew here, traditionally we'll go for something around 40 gold pieces. But I'll cut you a break and say 20.
Okay.
Sold. The hard schlitz goes to this one over here. The little lady over here. As he pushes it with one finger over to your side and collects the money. Minus 20 gold pieces from your inventory.
Can I consume?
Like right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So roll me a Constitution saving throw about I'll say DC 30.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely not doing that. Can't make that. Instant fail.
I don't think you can be proficient at con saving throw unless you had a special ability.
No, it's like saving throws is like, well, saving throws is basically what you add your proficiency to a saving throw. But regardless,
Instant
I
smash.
will say this on default. I'm pretty sure for you, my friend, my dwarvish friend in the back, this alcohol would affect you definitely differently.
I could just smell it in the aroma.
Ooh, I want tea.
Yeah,
Tea?
I want tea.
the
Go
man
buy
wants
tea leaf.
tea. No, the man wants tea. Either way, you still owe me that DC 30 check.
Well, I'm not rolling because it's an automatic fail.
I'll just roll for the posterity.
Huh?
Roll for the posterity.
Okay.
Net 20. Shame.
I'm gonna say that for right now, this alcohol does not taste good at all. And there's a distinct aftertaste that definitely lingers. And at some point, just like you lose full motion control of your legs as soon as you step forward, it feels like you're on stilts. I'm gonna ask you to make me a strength saving throw. DC 15.
Oh, jeez.
Should be easier than the last request. Well,
Falls
we can-
just like first step slides and it bends in an angle you guys feel like her leg shouldn't be bending. She tries to catch herself on her other leg and it kind of slides down. It looks like she's about to do one of split the legs and kind of slide down, but fully just kind of collapses on her butt and then just kind of like lands to her side. Tries to use her hands, but the same effect, kind of like bends in an angle, just kind of like falls to the ground. It's a little
Sound
too
like a
early to be
newborn
consuming
fawn.
this. Yes. You can still speak almost normally. It's not like it affected your speech too much, but your body is definitely not cooperating with your actions too much. That too, you also cough a little bit. But regardless, Solomon, is there anything else you wish to bring up while Grenda's doing this? Because, by the way, Solomon and Zed, you definitely see this. You have not left yet fully.
Nope, I have not. I haven't willed myself to leave yet. I just pick her up, I guess, or at least attempt to.
All right, you pick her up. No problem. She feels lighter after consuming whatever she just consumed.
I kind of hold her like either a sack of potatoes like over my shoulder or like to my side.
How many servings of tea do you have? For like 3 gold.
You want crates?
Tea leaf.
You want crates of it? Because that's a lot of money for tea leaves.
Solomon's debating it. How much for 1 crate?
My man, he pulls out a full at first he puts down like 2 full size crates that give off a certain aroma to them. Like these exotic fermentations that just kind of hit your nose. And then pulls out a barrel where it just has full on leaves in them and just kind of removes the lid so you can see them. It's like, now we're getting to business. At this point, I'm going to step back to Strider and say, how long do you continue messing with the bodies of the ogres? And this is like bodies. It's not just the one. Depending on how much time you want to spend.
Picasso.
Like 2 hours.
Like 2 hours?
Yeah.
Alright. I'd say give me another medicine check. I'll give you advantage because of time. Yeah, the DC 20 is still the same.
If I would like this.
I critted 1. So 21 is the total of one of them.
Yeah, I was trying to read this. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, I didn't. I forgot how to do advantage, so I just did the 2, and then it says 20, and then it
It's a
says
new bot. It's fine. I understand. Um, with this, I'm gonna say yes. With the advantage, you do make your first. You do get a liver, but it's a pretty sizable liver. It's as big as it's kind of like half your height. It's a pretty sizable liver. And you went through at least, let's see here. Oh, there's no bots in here. Okay, that sucks. That full sucks. Ugh. Oh, there's no bot in there either. Man, I have like, screw it. Alright, so confirmed. You've been through at least 2 full ogre bodies. So this was your second attempt.
Yeah.
But yeah, eventually you do nail it and get the one clean liver. But like I said before, it is half your height.
Okay. Is there any cloth around me? Oh, actually, I think I have cloth. Um,
You can go back to the medical tent area, and you get one of the you get one of the blankets from the crate that was not used, and you wrap it around. Again, it looks like you're taking back like a full size, like an animal carcass, like a small animal carcass with you. But yeah, you do get that. And for the testicle, I will also say you do get them. And it's like softball size
okay.
Jeez.
for both. Just kind of 2 softballs. And
Okay.
they're very gelatin-esque. Though full. They have form, but they have like a gelatinous nature.
Well, now I need to go into town and buy some material for potion brewing.
You also meet everyone else at the general store. As everyone you talk to just kind of points you to Rock's general store. And at this point, everyone else is still kind of hanging out. I'll say Solomon at this point, if you did not decide to leave yet, you guys have both brewed some tea. No cost for this batch. And Grenda's just kind of laid out on a cot on the side of the room, like a full bedroll just kind of off, as she's already kind of gone through just a little bit of the Harshleys, and it just kind of at some point stopped and put the rest in her bag, and she's just kind of like laid out with a cup of tea just kind of there. You'd almost assume she was asleep, but through further inspection, her eyes are wide open. Her body is, though, form limp. And the one known as Zed is just kind of marveling at his new heavy crossbow.
I really hope there was any caffeine in that, or she's gonna have a really bad time.
That'll be okay. Do share some
No.
of my thoughts.
Don't mix alcohol and caffeine, kids. It's not good.
One's a depressant and one's a freaking stimulant. You don't want a depressant and a stimulant to put together.
So, how was your morning?
It's still morning. No one's come to get it so far. And I think Charter has gone missing. So I want to
Oh.
enjoy this tea. Where we have to go look for him.
You guys could do that. I can't move. I'll just stare at this tea.
Who thought that was okay?
Oh.
Who thinks this is okay?
How much for a crate again? This is good.
You know what, my friend? Let me go through it again. You know what? You've been very upfront with me, my friend. I'll give you 15 packs. Free of charge. Since the invasion, I have not been so calm. But after doing these deals and getting a good amount of relaxation and talking to you, I get a good understanding. I'm sorry what your people have done to you.
Thank you. Luckily, the only one that heard was the junk one. So,
What? As he kind of looks over to the person who's like fully passed out on the ground, physically but not mentally, as that she is still very much awake.
I mean, I am carrying her like a sack of potatoes. Anyways.
yep.
Yeah. At this point, Strider does enter the facility and sees all of this.
Yes.
Also, yes,
Oh, he's not missing.
add 15 packs of tea. Of calming tea. And, but yeah, Strider, you enter, and you have like a full, like, you have like basically 2 full grocery bags wrapped in cloth, and then you have like the full cloth that has been tied up and is kind of like hanging off your neck, kind of as it's like hanging off your shoulders, almost like its own pack. And you walk into the room and you kind of see all this.
Not even gonna ask.
You should probably talk to the commander after this. Do you want some tea? And also, why are you covered in blood?
You know why.
Yeah, yeah, I do.
Anyway,
In this line of work, I do not wish to ask questions, but hello, I am Rock. Welcome to my general store. Which do you wish to buy?
I know exactly what I need to buy. I would like an herbalism kit, about five empty bottles for potion brewing, and about 5 gallons of clean water.
How much water of clean water?
5 gallons.
Okay, I'm sorry, I just want to make sure. The herbalism kit is surprisingly only 5 gold.
Uh-huh. So basically, the supplies needed to create a potion, or a common potion, are about 25 gold. But since I have half of the material, I don't know what you want to do with that price.
Oh, that's fine. Isn't it like 50 gold or something for a healing potion?
Yep.
Yeah, alright. So...
Yeah, but I'm also planning on making aphrodisiacs. In that case, I'd probably need some perfume. Add some perfume.
He kind of like he at first you almost assume he's gonna judge you, but he immediately goes like, "You got it," and he goes off to the side and starts like messing around with bottles and stuff. He pulls out an herbalism kit that's still 5 gold pieces. He pulls out like a full these barrels, like these small barrels that are like size category of a gallon, and starts placing them on the table. Like you said, you wanted two. You wanted one, two, three, four. I'm just gonna keep moving. And he pulls out a couple of vials of perfume and puts on the table. All different varieties of smells, though some of them feel like they kind of blend together. Probably due to the fact you've been smelling them. Um, all in all, he does say it's uh, a firm total of about. If you want to make this a whole price, I'm thinking of at least 38 gold pieces and 5 silver.
So, okay, time to barter. Since I'm buying it in bulk, how about we knock the price off 5 gold?
Hmm. Are you wishing to throw something in there to sweeten pot, or
Well, I'm just buying a lot of things at once.
and this is the bartering on the table?
Yeah, I'm trying to barter the price down.
All right, roll me a persuasion check. Uh, he's gonna do a counter persuade. He's gonna roll his own base charisma check to it. There's no DC. He's just gonna roll his own base check to beat yours.
Okay.
Because your persuasion is that since you're buying pretty much maximum sized objects, that you yourself should um, go for
Well, usually,
like it should be 5 gold less, lowering it to about like 33. Like I think it was like 33 and 5 silver. I think it was, yeah.
yep. That's just usually how buying in bulk works. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm just playing for the persuasion roll. Alright, so it's 14. Like I said before, he's gonna have civilian stats, so he's not gonna roll the whole thing, or he's not gonna roll with too much.
oh shit, shit.
How
Damn.
about we keep the base total and you add something to it to make me think about lowering it by 5 gold? Because I do buy objects of people. From this one guy over here, I bought scale mail, light crossbow, and other wares. So it's not hard to sell me things to lower price that is worth 5 gold.
Okay, I'll give him I'll give him my light crossbow and 20 bolts.
All right, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Is like you give him your light crossbow and 20 bolts.
Yep.
All right. So.
Oh, I also don't need this leather armor.
Uh, uh, checking. So he takes the leather armor. He takes the light crossbow. Then he takes about. He takes 4 of the crossbow bolts and leaves about 6 on the table. Um, and hands you back 5 silver pieces.
Um,
Unless you wish to sell those bolts.
Yeah, I was selling the bolts.
If you're still selling the bolts, then that gives you about around 60 silver pieces. Again, bad math. And actually, you know, I'll just give you like about 6 gold pieces to make it fair. And 6 gold pieces to make it fair. And 5 silver. And you can add that to your inventory. And he hands you pretty much everything you described. Like I said, the water is in these 1-gallon barrels, mini barrels. And the perfume, like, you pick the specific perfume values that you need. About 3 of them. What else? What else? What else? Herbalist kit I already said was 5 gold, so you're good there. What else did you say you needed?
Uh, oh, and like five po- five empty bottles for potions.
5 empty potion bottles. So after that and that whole discussion, um, do you guys go to an inn, or do you guys because the medical tents are still technically up, so you guys could rest there as well.
Actually, I go back to Crossguard HQ to see what's going on.
For what you understand, you see a bunch of people like there's no one at the front desk, and there are people moving about. Um, Not many of the members returned, but it's not through anything grim. It's just that they are still performing checks, and apparently some of them are choosing to follow the army of goblins to see where they're gonna go because it like they are still of the mindset that this was a strategic attack. Not a lot of goblins just attack at random like that, but most goblins, lore-wise within this world, are pretty much bona fide mercenaries or tribes built on just taking whatever, or they're of their own hierarchies or societies, like higher societies. Like basically, a certain type of goblin would do this, and that's their mindset that they're following. So they're just really like handling that while also trying to help out the town. Um, they're not asking for money of the town or anything. They're actually providing funds. Uh, Also, just so you can get a heads up on something that, like, since you're going back and checking, um, the treasury is taking note of the items you did take, and you might be curious if they would want those things back.
Wait. So we all. Oh, so I have time to attune to them or no?
Yeah, you guys had tons of time to attune them. It doesn't take that long.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't hear that part.
Well, no
Okay,
one made
so-
a declaration that they were attuning to anything.
No, I didn't hear that we got them.
For some of you, it's like for the items that you guys took, they let you keep those. But Gracefield does inevitably meet some of you guys and says, as a reward for defending the keep, they are going to let you take an item. And that you know, because like if you show up, they are just going to let you walk in to the treasury. The treasury is cleaner now. They put a lot of the material back in the crates and put it up against the wall. Some of them are being moved around, and the patches are being filled. So you guys can choose the item. So you guys could take your more time if you wish to pick your items. but each person gets one uncommon item, whether it be mystical or not. And everyone has made a decision.
I wanted to confirm this because we never got the confirmation that we did this.
Yeah, well, some of you guys made an early declaration later on that you guys picked up something, so I don't want to uncanonize what you said. But yes, for people that are curious, for those of the party that haven't fully picked up their items, you do have them at this point. As at some point you all do come back and they do provide your items and such. Though they do ask like you questions. Are you guys truthful for what you guys took? Or are you guys hiding it in some way out of curiosity?
I'm pretty forward about what I took.
I mean, I'm wearing it, so.
I mean, yeah, same.
I would also be wearing it, so.
I don't have anywhere to hide my weapon. And let me tell you, if I did, it wouldn't be pretty.
That's fair. That's fair. Then I'm gonna say this: going through the manifest, there's some scattered gold pieces and such that might be missing, but they didn't really take anything. They find this very odd, and they chalk that up to something like the item they took. They're kind of not really telling you up front, but they are saying that since you guys didn't take any, you're being forthcoming about what you took. Then that was most likely taken by the goblins, and Wrath and the female elf that you saw before. You haven't gotten a name from her yet. She also admits at some point seeing them take, like, presenting an object that kind of fits the description of the missing item, which does put them a little bit on guard and a little bit more alert because of how specific it is and the ties that it has to it. But again, they don't really tell you guys anything like, all right, this is just stuff you noticed. Beyond that, yes, basically, this next day upcoming, you've all been healed up. You guys have all your items. This basically took the span of like 3 days, but the town has been a little bit more repaired, though some other repairs in town, like people's houses and certain businesses, are still being fixed.
That took 3 days.
Basically, yeah, the day that you guys fully, got healed, the day you guys got the stuff, and then today. So this is like the new day.
Oh. Okay.
Basically. So after figuring out what happened and stuff, on the 3rd day, you guys will basically get a chance to declare your new team name, whatever that may be. And that will be discussed next time on D&D.